If you know me, you know I like to keep things relatively simple, okay? So it's 5:30 in the morning. Let's keep things pretty simple for today's workout. Let's get out there and let's go run 19 miles. The coffee is brewing as we speak. Our coffee's almost done. So that will help wake me up because I had my alarm set for 5:30 and for whatever reason it was 4:30. I was just like ready to go. So I got out of bed at 5. One change we're making is what I'm eating before I run. Oh, gotta stir the coffee. I always get impatient and I do this way too fast. I think you're supposed to just like really slowly plunge the coffee. I hate the word plunge. I don't want to bring like a toilet term into my coffee, but like you get it to here. Some coffee snobs would say stop right there. That's good, and just pour. I bought a French press. I want to press. I didn't buy it to just like, push it a little bit. So I very slowly push it. Because I think if you stir up all the grounds down here, then they get everywhere. I don't know. It just needs to wake me up, okay? I was up at 4:30. And coffee makes you poop sometimes. That's, gotta get that done before we run. But I think some people just like stop right there, and then they pour their coffee. Okay, as I was saying, blah, 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 19-mile long run, I'm gonna get destroyed. I need some food. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm changing how much I'm eating before my runs. Typically, it was just like applesauce, some orange juice, get out the door. And the longer these miles, like the more energy I'm losing late in the run. So I've been like kind of struggling with some of these long runs. I realize I just need more food before I run. But that means I need to get up earlier and let my food digest. I had a couple runs where I ate food, went out there, and then like my stomach was clearly still digesting. I was just cramping up and dying. I didn't die, I'm being dramatic, okay? But you get what I'm saying. So I've decided to add a little bit more to what I'm eating. Here's what that looks like while keeping things relatively healthy and simple. A banana, that's it. About 15 to 20 grams of carbs. A childish fruit pouch of minimally processed apples and cinnamon. 15 grams of carbs. Non-homemade but store-bought fairly decent sourdough bread. 2 slices, 16 grams per slice, that's 32 grams. Apple butter. Looks pretty good. Not many ingredients in here. Apple puree, cane sugar, spices, molasses. Pretty simple, nothing too crazy. The last item I'm having before we leave are electrolytes. About 500 milligrams of electrolytes in here, 500 milligrams of sodium, I should say, and then 10 extra grams of carbs. So we'll down that with our breakfast here and our coffee. My cats are wilding. They get this crazy burst of energy, running around the bedroom, walking all over me at like 4:30, and then right before I leave for my run, they'll be like napping. It's just so weird. Anyway, we got most of our food in. I'm kind of waiting for that to digest. Man, I look weird in glasses. You guys think I look better without glasses? Or with? I don't know. I think I'm kind of a cutie, to be honest with you. At least that's what my wife says. All right, while we're waiting for everything to digest, let's get our stuff packed up for what we're gonna consume during. I'm still like on the fence with some of this stuff. I don't always know what I'm talking about, but I'm trying to figure this out as we go. So here's what we got. First of all, thank you to my wife for organizing this. Look at this little space right here she did. I wish you could have seen the before because it was crazy. So we got our electrolytes gels over here, and then we got some maple syrup I use in the front. A lot of supplements over here, and then I'll probably pack one of these water bottles for today. The pouch in here holds a bunch of gels. I can hold like 4 or 5, so I don't even need my pockets as much. I'm gonna do basically 2 gels per hour. One of these Go gels, which is like more of a Whole Foods based classic gel, and then I'm doing one of the maple syrup gels. I just get such a boost from this. It's probably just the sugar, honestly, but just that rush. I don't know, I feel like this makes a difference when I need it. So I'm planning on basically 2 gels per hour. Bunch of different electrolytes. I've been having 1 serving in the morning for like breakfast before I run, and then these are really easy to bring with me to travel with, and they taste really good. I guess from like a health standpoint, these are not as good as the other brand because of the citric acid as a preservative, the natural flavors, all that stuff, but the taste of this is really good. It's a dessert. So I'm gonna put one of these in each water bottle with a little bit extra salt. I always like top it off with some salt. So we're talking 1,000 milligrams per bottle. and I'll have 2 of those bottles. I'll fill this bad boy up for the trip home. I always need like ice cold water when I'm done. I don't know, that's kind of what I'm planning on doing as far as hydration, gels, and all that stuff. And I think eating a big enough breakfast before is going to help us as well. So, all right, we're on our way to the park, and I was scrolling on my phone while I was pooping after the coffee kicked in, as I do, and I was listening to athletes talk about the importance of positive self-talk, like before athletic events, like football players, basketball players, just being like, you can do it, I believe in you, focus, get the job done, whatever they're saying to themselves. So I thought I would try some of that on camera here. So just a couple things I want to say, positive things to kind of get myself ready for this run. You will not poop your pants. You will not poop your pants. You can trust a fart. You can trust a fart. You can do it. You can trust it. It won't be poop. It's okay. You're not wearing underwear because your shorts have a built-in liner. Oh, I almost went for that. That was not a green light, it's a green arrow for them. You will finish 19 miles at some point today if you don't break your leg, okay? That's positive self-talk. I just thought I'd try it, and we'll see how it works. Also, instead of wearing a hat, I've decided to try a headband out, and it's really comfortable because it's not like giving me that pressure like a hat does. I don't know. If I look like a tool, I get it, but I genuinely have the hair for it. I have the curly, kind of flowy hair going right now, and because of hair products scrunched into my hair, when I start running, the curls come down and the sweat drips in and carries like hair product from yesterday into my eyes, and it sucks. It burns, it stings, and I got contacts, so the more you rub them, you mess with your contacts. So I was like, I like a hat because it helps like get some of that sweat, but this is like a really thin, minimalistic sweatband. I mean, I'm going to a park where I'll see like 3 people the whole run, so I don't really care, but I don't know. You guys generally have to tell me if I look like a freaking idiot or not. I think I look normal. I think it just looks like a sweatband, but I never wear them, so I feel really self-conscious. But it's really comfortable, and if I stop looking at myself in reflections, I feel good. Like I would just wear one because I like it. So I got a 2-pack of these for like $7 on Amazon, so I don't know. I'm gonna try them out. Tell me if I'm a tool, please. Please tell me. Because I don't want to look like an idiot, all right? I don't. I want to feel good. I might not care about your opinion, but I don't want to be a tool. All right, we just made it to the park. Great news for me. I found this new park. It's about 18, 20 minutes away from our apartment. Typically, I drive like 10 minutes to the park, but it's a 1-mile loop. So if you've been watching me for any amount of time, you know that like if I do 20 miles or if I do 19 like I'm doing today, I just go out there, I do 19 circles over and over and over again. That gets old really quick when you've done 3 marathon preps at the same park on a 1-mile loop. And then you probably heard me say a couple episodes ago, they're doing construction on it, so you can only go like 1,000 meters. You go about 0.7 miles down and you have to turn around because they block that area off. So you can't even complete a circle. It's the most annoying thing ever. So I found a park nearby, somebody put me on to, and it's pretty much once you hop on the trail, you just go down like 15 miles just straight. So it's perfect. Obviously I'm not going to do that because if we go 9.5 down, we have to come 9.5 back. And once I run out of water, my first water bottle, I'm kind of screwed. Like I can't, so it's still annoying. Like I can go down 5 miles, come back, change my water bottle, keep going, but I kind of have to stay relatively close to the parking lot. So it's not ideal, but it's better than just doing a circle or coming to a complete stop. Whatever, it's annoying, trust me. So we're getting our stuff around here. Basically, for today's workout, my coach is having me incorporate marathon pace mileage into the long run. So it's not just 19 miles. What it's going to be is it's going to be 5 easy and then 4 at marathon pace, 2 easy, 4 at marathon pace, but he wants me to progress 3 to 5 seconds per mile faster. But basically, you'll get the theme of this workout is pushing on tired legs. Then you go back to 1 mile easy and then 3 miles at marathon pace. Same thing, 3 to 5 seconds faster per mile. So when you're at mile 16, it's going to have to be a little bit faster for each one of those. So that's kind of what's freaking me out a little bit. But that's the point of this, is like pushing on tired legs. The first half of the marathon's not that bad because you're energized, you've been tapering, like you could just waltz right into it and you just get, I don't know, you feel good. And then when it gets hard, that's when people start changing their goals. They start falling apart because they're not used to running on tired legs. I'm not used to running on tired legs. When it gets hard, I typically slow down. For this workout, it's the opposite. When it gets tough, you have to find a way to push a little bit more. So I have a couple different goals for this workout. My A goal is literally just get the 19 miles done and make sure we hit some fast paces.
the ones I'm supposed to. My B goal is, Beagle, the dog, anyway. My B goal is to hit all 19 miles and hit the paces on the dot, 7:25 per mile for the fast ones. My C goal, Beagle. I'm very tired. My C goal is to do exactly what that said, is to get faster and push when it gets really tough. That's going to be really hard. And last week I was supposed to do 17. I only did 16 because my legs just crapped out on me. I was supposed to end with too fast. I ended with too slow. So that would have accomplished most of my goals, but not this week. My C goal is to just kill this. So a couple things that are going to help me. My shoes. We're using these New Balance SC trainers, the version 3. Carbon plate to kind of help us go a little bit faster. And then obviously a decent amount of cushion and support. So a little snappier. They're not great for slow miles. So the first 5 will be kind of meh. But once we pick it up, I think these will be really helpful. I didn't want to wear the Nike Vomeros because I feel like they're too chunky. So I don't know. This will help us, I'm hoping. Anyway, don't want to waste too much time. We're going to get out there on the trail and then get today's workout started. Ooh, it's kind of cold. I know I'm going to warm up eventually, but 50 degrees is not fun. Okay, we're going to travel. Again, we have maple syrup gels and Go gels. Those will be our snacks, and then electrolytes in the handheld water bottle. I'll run a couple miles down, and then we'll come back and swap for the second water bottle. I think that should be enough hydration for today's long run. All right, we're 2 minutes in. I just wanted to tell you that I'm not done yet. Still working, just letting you know. All right, with it being 50 degrees, a couple problems with that. Obviously, it feels good that you're not like super hot and sweating or overheating. But the one issue is I tend to want to start off too quickly and my breathing gets a little bit erratic just because like everything's so cold on the lungs. So this is like, I don't want to sound dramatic, but this is like the most important part right away of this workout is like slow down. You know what I mean? Like don't start off too quick. There's a lot of work ahead of us today, and this is like, yeah, this is the hard part, to not want to just take off too quickly, especially when you're racing. You're excited, you're amped up, you're ready to just like run and everyone cheering and all that stuff. But again, this is why long runs, I guess, are like practice. You know, you got to have that discipline. You got to have that figured out before you start. So I am very, very cold, but I'm forcing myself to go like 9:45 right now. And we're going to try and hold that for as long as possible. That's the last thing I'll say real quick before we get moving is, like, if you go too fast, too quick, you're going to get pretty tired before you hit those race pace miles. So don't want to wear yourself out when it's supposed to be easy. Do easy. This is the only con. I got to cross the road. You got to come to a stop here, and then there's cars. So I'm pausing here. We're going to stop right here and let them go by. One more. All right, my turn. After we cross a road like that, every, 2 or 3 miles, it's back to trails like this. Look at this. Quiet, nobody out here. You just run straight for, however many miles you need to. My wife was thinking about biking with me. She would keep the other water bottle with her in the bike, but she kind of wanted to stay home, and I don't blame her. It's pretty cold for her to come out and bike 2.5 hours just to be next to me. Plus, gotta focus, you know what I mean? You gotta get in the zone sometimes. No distractions. And my wife is a distraction. All right, so far we're feeling great. We're about 2 miles in. We're keeping it nice and easy around a 9:30. Got my cadence up to like 180 steps per minute, which is pretty good. I want to decrease stress on my legs if I can. I feel like what we did this morning was perfect. We had just enough food, just enough carbs for me to feel really energized, but I'm not cramping. Usually I would know by now if my stomach had like too much food or if it was still digesting. It's not, so I feel really good. I feel like we're doing a good job practicing plans for fueling that are pretty healthy, pretty clean, you know, minimal ingredients if we can. Just kind of keep things as natural as possible. That's kind of my goal with training is I don't want the chemicals. I don't want all the extra junk if I can avoid it. So we're doing our best to keep that clean. All right, it's just us and the corn right now. We are very close to breaking a sweat, and we're just past mile 4, which is crazy. It's just been so cool this morning. But my heart rate's at 139, and we're over 4 miles in, so that's pretty cool. We're about to pick up pretty quick here. We're gonna figure out very, very quickly what kind of dog we are. Because when it gets tough, I mean, your brain just starts going places. You start convincing yourself, like, you know what? You know, my legs are kind of tired. I didn't sleep that good. You know, I do have some shin splints, self-preservation. I don't want to get hurt. I should slow down. I can always make this up later. You start making all these deals with yourself, which is, it's just hilarious, honestly. I do it all the time. When I'm like convincing myself, it's like, well, we don't want to make the shin splints worse. We should stop right now. As if you're doing yourself a favor. Really what you're doing is just quitting on the difficult part of the run, which you know you're going to hit in the marathon. So it's just kind of weird. But like I'm saying, I'm hoping when we get to it, that inner dog comes out. I don't know what kind of dog is going to come out. It could be a miniature dachshund. That's my concern. Maybe it's a pug. I don't know. Maybe it's a Rottweiler. Ew, I just barked on the screen and got spit all over it. But I don't know. My sisters combined have 3 different forms of dachshunds. So I got to be honest with you. I'm a little concerned that's about all the dog I got. But it might be all the dog we need, if you know what I mean. So I don't even know what I mean right now. Anyway, I'm surprised how good I'm feeling, but it's been easy. It's meant to be easy. We're about to pick it up 4 miles straight of marathon pace mileage. We're gonna find out what kind of dog we are. I don't know, it just sounds cool to say. I'm just saying stuff, I don't even know. All right, another half mile. Let's pick up some speed here. We're headed back toward the car. So we're gonna drop off this water bottle, get the other one. By that point, we'll be at mile 9. So like halfway done with the workout. We gotta do this one more time when we're done. So let's go. All right, I'll be honest with you. I kind of forgot about my first gel. So we're 10 minutes behind in fueling. I mean, we had a ton for breakfast, but we gotta take our first gel here real quick. We're gonna stick with the maple syrup. I feel like that gives me a quick boost and it digests really quickly. And there's a trash can right here. So that's my chance to like get this in really quick. Oh, there we go. And we gotta pick it up fast here. So I'm not littering. All right, 4 fast ones coming up. 7:18 for that first fast mile. Took me a minute or two, but once I got my breath under me and I got a good rhythm for my steps, I feel more comfortable. So heart rate's at 160. 3 more. Gel number 2. Coming up on mile 8. We just took the Go gel. Had to stop and go back, and there's no trash cans for like the next 2 miles. So we had to run back there and drop it off real quick. But yeah, we got the gel in. Again, I was a little late on the first one. Not the end of the world, but definitely want to take that a little sooner. Another annoying road crossing here. Hate this. Then I feel like I gotta run fast to like make up for that time. But anyway, 7:18 on the dot for the first 2 there. All right, we just finished up our last of the 4 speed marathon pace reps. We're gonna drop this off, get a new one real quick at the car. Might have to pee real quick, and then we'll get back to it. 1 easy, and we'll pick it up fast again. So. All right, we had to whip out the crappy old iPhone front camera, forgive me, but after those 4 miles, we did 7:18, 7:18, 7:14, 7:20, all under 7:23. I double checked, which is race pace. That wind. Now we got 2 miles easy to step back around 9:30 per mile before we pick it up again. Time to take our next bit of fuel here. Usually when I get to mile 10, I typically go with corn, just raw natural Indian corn. I just bite it, kind of just like this. I just found this on the ground. I'm wasting time and I'm running too fast. I gotta go the other way. All right. Holy crap, you guys. We sold ourselves short. I said start a little faster. We'll go 7:30 and then we'll wind down. We'll see how we do.
No, sir. We did 4. Here's our splits. We had to get 3 to 5 seconds faster per mile. Give me some grace. Well, that's what I told myself. Give myself some grace because it's really hard. Like, you look down, you're running too fast, and you're running too slow, and it goes back and forth like that for a little bit. We started with 7:22, 1 second under race pace. Then we did 7:16, 7:10, and then 6:55. We're torching it. I am taking a 30-second walk break. Well, this is a 1 mile easy, so it's not meant to be anything crazy, but we're slowing down here just a little bit so I can catch my breath. I probably could have kept going. I felt really solid. I surprised myself. I shouldn't feel surprised. I told myself, remember in the car, all that positive talk? I mean, clearly I said what I needed to. I believed it. So I don't know. I've never felt this good on a long run. I don't want to speak too soon because we're about to do a mile easy and then 3 more miles of 23, 20, 17, roughly that pace. So we're not home free yet. My feet and my Achilles really do hurt. These shoes, I don't know. I'm so 50-50 on them. Some days I love them. I loved it for the 10-mile speed workout. And then for today, the mileage is getting up there. I'm struggling a little bit pain-wise, but like fitness-wise, my heart rate was at like 165 on that 4th fast mile. So to hit mile 15 and be in the 160s, I must have a big heart, okay? I think I do. But anyway, let's get to it here. 5 minutes from now, I'm gonna take another gel. Maybe the last gel we take today, I'm not sure. The maple syrup goes down easy. The Go gels are getting to be a little tough on the stomach. So that's why I did 50-50 for each. I don't know, boys, we're impressing ourselves today. Maybe it's the headband. Maybe it's the headband, you know? I don't know. Anyway, let's keep going here. I only have half a water bottle of fluid left. All right, easy. Ow, 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 ow. Just kidding, it's not that bad. What's that line from Star Wars? I know what I have the strength to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it. me is frick right now. Here we go, about to pick it up. Oh, I should mention too, we're gonna take this last little maple syrup tucked away here. Let's get that in the system here. Got about a 1/4 mile to let that kick in. And then 3 miles, 3 miles. Half mile left. We're killing it. We're gonna do it. We just got back to the car. We finished our run. Holy crap, we did really, really well. Remember we talked about A goal was just kind of get it done, 19 miles on the day. B goal was make sure we're hitting race pace, and then C goal was to not only hit the paces, but do what the plan says. Go 3 to 5 seconds faster per mile. Well, guess what? We're talking seagulls today, if you know what I mean. So we did it, 19 miles. And our breakdown here for some of the splits. Our first 5 were easy, right around 9:18 to 9:30. Then we did 7:18, 7:18, 7:14, 7:20. Those were our fast miles, all under 7:23. We got a 2-mile rest. And then this is where we're supposed to go 4 miles race pace, getting faster by a couple seconds, at least 3 seconds. So here's what we did. We did 7:22, 7:16, 7:09, 6:55. We're 15 miles in. Then we get a 9:33 rest break, or easy mile, and then our last 3, 7:20, 7:10, 6:44. Holy crap. We absolutely annihilated that run. And let's see, I mean, just for a couple other things, if you want to know some of the other stuff, my average heart rate was 151, max was 175 right near the end, and then my average cadence was 183, max was 194 at some point during that run. I don't really care about the other stats here. Took us 2 hours and 34 minutes to get that done. That is just, I surprised myself. Like last week I did 16 because I couldn't get the 17th, and the last 2 should have been fast. I just did like a 10-minute jog for the last 2 miles. I could not get back up to speed. I'm just really, really happy. I mean, it got really tough, but I still felt good. Like if I didn't feel good, I wouldn't have gone 6:44 for the last mile. I would have just hung around 7:20, 7:15, whatever. Yeah, I'm just, that's thrilling to my soul. Like we needed this the last 2 or 3 weeks. You know, training is not always just this until the taper. It's up and down. Just look at my Strava graph. So I'm not saying this is like, yeah, look at me, I'm in elite shape, tip-top shape. I mean, I was really like using this as another chance. Like, hopefully this isn't another long run I have to modify or shorten. I'm just really happy we didn't. So just super, super pumped about that. And
we actually have ice water left over, which I never do. So that's great. Is there somebody watching me? I don't think so. Public vlogging is pretty tough. Anyway.
Thank you.
I've done it again. Look at that. Do you remember the flavors we got? Garlic parmesan, lemon pepper, Caribbean jerk, and honey barbecue. I think that's what we got for wings here. Got my smoothie. Yeah, so we're going to get refueled here. And you know what? For once in my life, I feel like I can eat after one of these long runs. I must have burnt a lot of calories. In fact, I said on my watch, I burnt over 2,000. And I think I'm already over like 32,000 steps on the day, which is crazy because it's only like 12:30. I was trying to take a nap, but get off my back. I'm trying to nap. What are you doing? You're cute. You really are, but you're right on top of me. Yeah, I think I've given up. I think I always take a social media nap where I just am on my phone for like 20 minutes and then sometimes I fall asleep, but I want to edit the Toledo half marathon video and it's almost done. So I'm like, I have to go do that. And I should just make another coffee, get some more electrolytes. I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll just move on, but whatever. Plus she's on my back here. And if I move an inch, she feels unstable. So she just sinks her claws in my favorite new Garmin shirt I got from the race. So it's not a possibility. All right. Well, we're getting ready to sit down and get some dinner and watch the Michigan football game. Today's been a good day. Obviously, I had a great 19-mile run. I hit all of the times I needed to. I hit all of my goals. I feel really good. I have some aches and pains, obviously. We've been getting the compression sleeve on. We're going to get some ice here pretty soon, do some light stretching. But I'm really, really happy with today. Today was a huge win. I think it's really important for me to share not just my wins, but my losses, because not a lot of people do. And I see that all the time. I watch certain people, and it just seems like they're invincible. They hit every pace, everything goes their way. And then you don't always realize, like, people aren't perfect. Training for 16 weeks in a row, there's going to be road bumps. There's going to be issues and missed workouts or whatever. Things won't be perfect. And I just feel like not a lot of people show that. So to kind of rewind, I want to contrast a huge win and a huge loss. Today, huge win. You saw all of that. A huge loss was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. We went to Davenport, Iowa, which is where I went to college. I went there for 3.5 years. I lived in Iowa when I went to chiropractic school. I met my wife there. It's just a place with a lot of nostalgia. They have the best ice cream in the world, Whitey's ice cream. I started my running journey there. We went out for a run because obviously I'm in the middle of marathon prep, which means when you travel, you have to keep running. And then we went out for a 6-mile easy run. Easy run, right? We did a 10:41 for the first mile, and now I'm just totally falling apart out here. I cannot stop cramping. It's really freaking frustrating because I want to push myself. And again, I know the importance of hitting these miles, but I'm probably gonna throw in the towel and just focus on the 17. But again, we just got to be as consistent as we can. It's just my lower 2 abs are cramping like crazy, so it's just a bummer. I want to be as authentic with you guys as possible, because if I'm out here like trying to give you some points I've learned and then I just skip the part where I didn't do this, then I mean, what am I really? At that point, I'm just I don't know. I'm a deceiver. That's what I am. So gotta be real with you guys. We're gonna cut this run short and focus on the 17. I don't know. It's got a lot of frustration, a lot running through my brain. Jog this one out here, and then we're taking off. So let's finish this one up. So like the side cramps would not go away. I could barely walk. So I was like, okay, this is a miss for sure. I tried not to freak out about it. I was really frustrated because I was trying to make a YouTube video about being consistent, and I was being inconsistent. I was struggling. Tomorrow morning, we're supposed to do a 17-mile long run. Let's just go to bed. We have carbs. I'll get some stuff in the morning. We'll go out, run really quick, and get ready for Sylvia's expo, her shakeout run, make the rest of the weekend about her. So I get up, I go out there. She goes to the coffee shop. I go out to my favorite place right by the water to do my run. All right, we're at mile 3. I think I'm about to take my first gel. I'm still just fighting that annoying side cramp. Now I know it's not food this time because I barely had anything. I had 1 applesauce pouch, but it's getting really, really frustrating because, you know, I didn't feel this way for months. And then for the half marathon, I was cramping up. I have water and electrolytes. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I tried warming up a little bit. It feels like it's something with my diaphragm. Like it's just, I don't know. So, I mean, we're gonna do the best we can. I'm thinking maybe if I pick up the speed a little bit, it'll just get that warmed up a little quicker, because I could go super slow, it's still gonna hurt. I could go faster, it's gonna hurt. So everything else feels okay. That shin splint's bother me quite a bit, but yeah, not a great running weekend based on how I'm feeling, but doesn't really matter. We just got to keep putting out a good effort here. So
everything was feeling good, everything was looking good. I was excited, and I wanted to just get the job done. We went out there, and mile 5 hit, and I was like, there's no way I can go pick up to race pace, just like we were doing this weekend, like a marathon workout. I couldn't speed up, and I ended up stopping that workout at mile 6.
all right, well, yeah, I don't know. I'm calling this one here. I'm cramping up going 10-minute miles, and I'm supposed to go 7:20. I don't know how. I think I'm, to be honest with you guys, just really burnt out. I think that race week took a lot out of me, not just mileage wise, but like that was my busiest week ever as far as just like everything, like work. I was driving to and from all these places trying to do a bunch of stuff. I just overwhelmed myself.
I quit the run, I think mainly because of just mental burnout. When you're running, when you're training for this long, it's more than just a physical problem. Like, you have to show up for yourself each and every day. If you're not running, you're recovering, you're refueling, you're eating. It's just really tricky. And I feel like you just watch so many people be successful, and then their day in a life and full day of eating and everything they're doing, and it just looks so perfect. And I think for me, I was realizing, like, all the stress, everything else going on, I just wasn't going to be successful. And so I stopped, and I took 3 or 4, I think maybe 4 or 5 days off of running completely. And that was the best thing for me. Like, that huge loss of just being burnt out, probably over consuming stuff too. I think I just was at a point where I took a little step back. I kind of had a cough from 2 or 3 weeks prior that I just kept bringing into these runs, because I think I was just not letting my immune system heal. We took a little break. We got right back to it. We had a shorter week that week, and then I think 41 miles. And then this week, after tomorrow's easy recovery run, we're going to hit 46, which is my highest ever. I say that to you because that trip was what a lot of people experience. They're trying to fit marathon training into their everyday life, and it's really hard. All of us watching the video, myself included, we're probably not professional runners. So you're not paid to do this necessarily. Maybe you have sponsorships or something, but it's hard to fit this into your everyday life. And that weekend specifically, I had a big loss, but then 2 weeks later, we had like the greatest run ever today. And I just think it's important to contrast the two things, because my goal is to help you guys see that running can be simple, it can be pretty healthy, it can be sustainable, and I feel like it wouldn't be fair if I didn't share that with you, mainly because I feel like I need to share that stuff with you, because I want you to see the ups and downs that people experience. It's not just you. If you're watching this and you're like, man, I couldn't do this, or I had a shorter week than I thought, injuries, shin splints, whatever, I'm with you. Like, I have those all the time. I just don't always document them because it's not fun. Like, you don't want to just like, hey, watch me fail. But sometimes people need to see that. Overall, it was a really good experience when we went there, though. I got to watch Sylvia run her half marathon. She killed it. I got to watch my brother-in-law run his first marathon ever. That was really cool. But yeah, it was a great weekend, and obviously at the time overshadowed by myself and my journey and my experience. But like, running is so much more than that. I think resetting, enjoying watching other people I care about run, supporting them, and then just taking some time off and then refocusing, getting back to it. And we're locked back in this prep, and I feel incredible going into now 4 weeks away from the Indianapolis Marathon. So anyway, thought I want to share some of that with you guys. I hope you got something from today's video, and just kind of what it looks like to train, the highs, the lows, but also how simple it can be sometimes. So like this video, subscribe to the channel. We'll be back with another episode very soon, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.